Welcome back to the year 1945, where we are running a train service in part of fictional Britain. We've been doing that for a couple of weeks now. You should have caught up with it. How are we looking though at the things we set up last time? Right, Peterborough, plenty of people are going on it. Hardly anyone's actually going towards Sawbridgeworth, but loads of people are catching the coaches. So we need to upgrade with more coaches in this town of Sawbridgeworth, which is a fantastic name. I'm still loving it very much. Which is of course under S underneath this Sawbridgeworth coach. Everyone's now running, everything's good. You're picking up how many? 1 out of 45. Is that simply because there's not enough regularity? What's the deal here? Why are you not really getting on this type of train? You're pulling in here, right? Oh, you picked up everyone and the mothers. That's okay. We'll grab the next one then if we can. Oh, we'll wait with that. Let's just make sure everything's okay down here. Plenty of people are waiting down here, and we've got more trains coming. You're running down to here. That's okay. How many people are on the other train? No, not that one. That other fast. No. Mate. Okay, so you are... Okay, whatever. I'm not confused. Yes, I am, but let's not talk about that. Anyway, oh, Christ, Chroma. I'm just seeing lots of people here. Lots of people. Waiting in here, getting trams. Hopefully trams will catch up with that fairly soon. They're all running full, but we can probably squeeze in one more tram down here. This one will run to 1970. So that's okay. You to Chroma, thank you. That might alleviate some of the pressure. Plenty of people are waiting in New Mills, but that's to be expected with all, I think, platforms being functional at the moment. We've got 3 lines certainly with passengers waiting, 4 lines now with passengers waiting, so that'll just naturally get quite busy. And you have cargo running into town, don't you? Yes you do, and you're all using it, and it's all good and wonderful. Now how about you in terms of a train? Are you looking with this? You're looking how much? The details over here. Why are you running? What are you running over here? What are you producing? 137. So could we then speed that up by... I don't know. How can we speed that up? Probably if we resupplied more areas with it, but we are not. So what about Sheffield? We've sort of neglected that in the past couple of episodes, ever since setting it up, really. How are you looking in here in terms of capacity on the station? It's looking good. We've got 10 people going up to Kenilworth, don't we? Or Killingsworth. Now, Kenilworth, that was correct. Have faith in yourself. That's running a fair bit of capacity buffer. So let's look over here then. Oh, Shoreham. Have a look at Shoreham by name. 76 going towards New Mills. Hopefully there's a train coming in. We have unlocked something. I can see it's some sort of electrical. It's a new type of locomotive. It is the RE4/4. It can run at 125 kilometers an hour, 135 kilonewtons of pulling power. A lightweight locomotive for fast passenger trains, the first in Switzerland equipped with bogies. Don't know if that's any good, but we've just unlocked it. So what are we having in terms of vehicle ages with trains? Do we have anywhere? We've got plenty over here. Shoreham by name Ilkston. They're very old. In fact, they've now gone massively over age. Haven't seen any notifications of that, but okay. What are you? You are non-electrified, so you'll just have to wait. I'm not replacing you yet. And then we've got plenty of Rye Sunderland. Is that electrified, or is that steam? That is steam, and it is not electrified, so we won't be doing anything with that. We've got coaches, though, so we can set up a vehicle replacement here with the Sawatushas. Thank you. You will be doing that at 100% your lifetime. That was you, I believe. And then we've got St. Ive Rye. Is that... Nope, that's not electrified either, so we can't upgrade that yet. So yeah, we can't really put that into action on any of the current lines because we don't have anything available to run it yet. Anyway, you're chugging along nicely here at about 100 kilometers an hour. What about over here? You are electrified, aren't you, to Killingsworth? Or Killingsworth, doesn't matter. What about you? How old are you? You're the Mallard. You are 10 years old, so no, not really a contender yet. Oh, bugger me. definitely need to sort this one out. If you're looking at the passenger numbers here, we need to buy more trains, but we don't have... Oh, God, now I'm in a problem because I can't buy that type of train anymore. Do we not even have anything sitting here? No. So that type of train is now essentially too old. So we don't have any of that type unlocked, and we can't do anything here. We can buy this one, but how? No. We don't want to, do we? Because it's nowhere near as good. Yeah, that's a problem. So we're waiting for electrification on that line before that one can kick into action. Yeah, that's really annoying, actually. What about here? You are the one running quite... no, it's actually a fairly decent split now. Now it's Killingsworth. That's waiting. And then, yeah. Anyway, we've now got train 10 coming up here, Rye St. Ives. So I'd really like it if we got some sort of diesel locomotive soon. When did diesel locomotives become commonly available? What about you? You're 14 years, so you've got plenty of time left. Look at all of that cargo, though, being carried by road. It's both good and bad. How old are you? 22 years, so it'll be a fair while you are getting ready. Oh, hello. Is this evenly split? It is evenly split, so that's nothing to worry about. You do tend to see that and go, oh Christ, something's gone wrong. Then you remember you've got all the lines running out of there. You are lit. You've got 65 waiting. That's entirely acceptable. So we got lines running in here to Marlborough and that. Look at the passenger numbers though down here waiting. How many are waiting? 81 is waiting, and that's without any kind of coach services running. Same in Lyme Regis. Got that one here. And then, hang on, is that... No, you're running on that line. Good. We just need to make sure that it's not because all the trains aren't spaced out at all. Because, where's that? That train is there. Then there's a train there. How many trains are actually running on this line? Is it only 2? Because 2 seems low. 2 seems very low, actually, for such a long line. We're all struggling to pull out here. So, yeah, we have electrification on this line. I mean, we could technically pull these locomotives out of service and put in the new faster electrical lines running, because we can't really run at their full speed yet because we don't have the passenger carriages to do so. And then we can swap them out to run over here, which is faster. Don't know if they can handle the mountains, but I suppose it's only one way of finding out. What about you over here? What are you going to? Oh, that's the one we were looking at anyway. We've just cleared that station out, but they may have more coaches then. Then we've got Darlington sitting in the middle. We've got Darlington, we've got Crowthorne, which doesn't have anything running to it, nor do we have anything running to Harrow yet. And Harrow is just a pain. You're running 15. How many are you running? You're running 14. You're not running on that line. Delete you. What about you here, mister? You're running 16. So, what we can do, we can just let you come in here, pull to a halt, send you back, take off one carriage, and do that all over. So wait here for that one to reach 0 as we got close to there. We'll pull off one carriage, have them running with 2 sets, and then that'll be happy, I hope. Although I'll have a quick look at the running costs for this, which is 15 passengers, so we need 30 passengers. That's 300, that would be 640. But if we were to run... Right, it certainly is, in terms of running costs, really beneficial to run the current setup we have on this line, just with 2, because it would be lower running costs. Even with you and 2 of those, it will be much cheaper. And you as well. I mean, anything really here will be cheaper. Or it'll be cheaper than pretty much anything else, because it's a low capacity service that we're trying to run. And it still is. Oh, it's actually gone up now to 30 or 27. But I'm hoping that if we pull this one out... I mean, we could even just send them out as another carriage at one point. Why are you waiting? Oh, because you went at this stretch. That's okay. Do you then go what? Let's have a look at the signalling. So you've gone red. Does the next one then go yellow? Where is it? It's all the way here. No, that one's then red. So all of this is red because that one's waiting. What are you? Are you yellow? Are you green? Or are you yellow? Are you red as well? Maybe they only change when the train is approaching. I don't know. But certainly you're waiting now for this one to depart. It has. It's picked up 30 passengers. 3 waiting. Speed up time so we can send in the next one here in a moment. We now have 3 trains running to Killingsworth again, and we have several passengers waiting, I think, in both ends. Maybe only in one end. And we got a few waiting in Hale and in Killingsworth. The first that we sent out is now coming back with 18 on board. I think they picked up a bit more. So everything's now a bit up in the air in terms of the setup. But that should hopefully stabilise now that we have at least 3 trains running. We can always hold the 4th one here should we need to. I don't know how quickly they're running though, so that might be affected. We could try and check in with you here, for example. How fast are you running? You're running at 73. That seems about fine, doesn't it? And then let's go down here then again, make sure that we bring in this one that's already got passengers aboard. That'll be fairly decently spaced out just as a result of this. Because when this one leaves, I'll send out the next one and it just take a while for it to pull in and do all of that. So everything should be okay in terms of spacing. So I think we actually gained 1 train set from this that we are running. So we're running frequently, but with fewer capacity, or with less capacity, not fewer capacity. Because you don't have 1 capacity and 2 capacity, of course. You either have a bit of capacity or a bit more capacity. It's not an absolute, if that makes sense. So you can't have an capacity. You can have capacity, but you can't have a capacity because it's not a finite thing. Anyway, let's now send up the final one here, just so we don't confuse ourselves more with words, which is what the world is about these days. Anyway, enough nonsense. What can we do about something? Globalization? No, that's not something you fix, is it? That's something you embrace. Anyway, let's go into Sheffield. See here, ooh, plenty of people going to Shoreham. And you are electrified, are you? Yeah, how old are these trains, just to check in? 19 years. How old can those locomotives go? Because the passenger compartments can usually get older than the locomotives. 45, so you're not even halfway through your lifetime, are you? Christ. But they're going to be outdated. I mean, they're technically outdated now, because that one's cheaper to run per year. It has a longer lifetime. It's quicker. Although it doesn't have the same pulling capacity, but we have the other one here that we can run, which I don't really foresee any use for right now anyway, other perhaps than to run coal out of the mountain regions, which we could do, technically. Run it over to... Oh, we can't because we have to cross over that. I mean, we could run it from here to this facility, and then we'll do it road from there. Then we could have, you know, where could we have from over here? Another facility. Where's another facility? Oh god, now we run out of iron. I mean, I suppose we could if we... let's give it a bash, shall we? So run you here. Let's do that depot, do a long one just to cover all bases. Here, not the ideal position. Then we'll have a single platform at this facility over here. Plop you down, have another single platform, the long one, up here by the facility if we can. Okay, we can't, so we'll change the road layout. We will grab a tarmac road, run you to about here, slap down a station if we can in terms of you. Single track use, pop you down here. We'll have to do a bridge, I suppose, over. Right, a bridge over. It's not that much cheaper, so we'll just do it. I mean, it's cheaper though. Let's try and be a bit better here. Yeah, this is looking quite intrepid running across here. Where's it going to? Let's just get our bearings right. It's running into that station down there. Okay. So let's run you here. Speed is not really a concern for me right now. Terrain realignment issue. Yeah, it's not really quite right with that, is it? Is this better then? I mean, I would like to run it down onto the road level, if we could please try and do that. As opposed to this nonsense that we're seeing here. Can we do that? We probably need to go out of you then. And we probably need to demolish this and this. Then can we then bring you over to here, for example? You can't actually go down any harder than you are. Why are you so concerned about doing it as stupidly as you are suggesting? You're now sort of at the level, but you don't want to because you're a pain. Right. Let's do the road connection first. Oh, it's right on 2 road segments. That does make sense. We'll have that one with a proper crossing then, and then we'll bring you in here. Slightly slow, but it's a freight system. That'll be okay. Where are we going from here? We're going down there, so we'll try now and bring you over here. Let's not do it with a bridge. Let's just do it with a dam. Well, not a dam, but you know, with that kind of thing. We can then run you out. Auto-saving. What's coming up now as Tram 5 has gone old. Okay then, what are you suggesting? You're suggesting that. I don't believe you. But we can run you here, right? Plop you onto there. That's sort of okay-ish. Actually, do we want to do that? Because that's gently bending. Let's delete all of this here. Do a straight line leading out. What, is this a straight line? I think this is a straight line. Because we can then run them together. And that will be pretty, won't it? That's what you would do in real life, I think. I'm talking out of my arse here. Have you noticed? Delete you. And then we try and redo this section. Because that was... A? Oh, did it just delete? No, it didn't. What? A? Oh, it just deleted all of it. Rather than just deleting a tip of it. It deleted all of it. So could you then link up here? That would be great. Thank you. I can then run you right from here and on to you, right? You're willing to do that? Yes, you are. It'll look a bit odd with that interior line, but whatever. We are then running over to here. Let's just pause the game now so we're not spending too much time on nothing. First tunnel. I'll say that again. First tunnel. I was scratching my nose because it's a bit itchy. We'll run the first tunnel then here. I'll say that again as I was scratching my nose. We built the first tunnel. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's a tunnel through a hill. What do you expect? It's a tunnel, isn't it? Then we'll run you down here. And then we link you up to where? Where are you going? You're going to this one down here. It sort of looks okay with what you were suggesting here. So I'm just going to take it as it is, really. Just do a proper crossing. Say thank you. Then we just need to run you both, actually, around to 55 here. Hopefully you'll come round here and you'll actually merge together. So bring you with and have you merge to curvature too high. That's slightly annoying, but we can do it there. Do a depot, of course. That can service both lines. And we don't need to do any signalling or anything. This is the easiest setup we have. They're just servicing one facility. So kick off by sending trains. You need to go over here to Killingsworth and back to Hale. So we'll call this one Hale. And we'll do a... and then we'll do a dash. We'll call this one Coal Train. I think it's a coal train. It's a coal train, right? Please be right. It was right. I'm a good brain person, me. Start off down then. Oh, no, let's not start there. We've just done that one. We'll do it with iron then. From the actual facility to the processing plant. So we'll run this one. Call this one Hale. We'll call this one Iron Train. Makes sense, innit? Then we need to sort of guess roughly how big a capacity we need to run. And for this, we can run the old type locomotive that we unlocked a long time ago. The 363 Newton meter one. The open wagon will be running, first of all, we can do the co 1, 2, 3, 4. We just need to make sure that we're running as much capacity as we possibly can. Where are you stopping? Up there, so it's not really beneficial to do any kind of cargo wagon on you. So you need to be set line to Hale Coal Train. Yes, that makes sense. Then we do the same setup here by you. And then we go in here and do iron ore. 1, 2, 3. Why are you waiting for a free path? Is it because there's not any... What? A? Oh, no, time's not running. That's why. So run time. We just need to make sure here you've got coal of what? How many? Select this one here, 32. 1, 2. We can just see out here as long as we reach 128. Assign you to Hale Iron Train. Then it's time to do the road stationing in this area. So that'll be road. We will do a cargo facility here. Don't know why we need to build a station. I would imagine you'd just sort of pick it up there and then, you know, At the facility itself, you wouldn't need to actually build a station next to it, but maybe that's just a freight terminal. What do I know? This is more of a problem, however. If we slot you down here, and we then do a bit of generous work for the city, this is philanthropy at its very finest. Link you up here, right? Actually, this might want to get changed about. Delete that one there, it was a stupid place for it anyway. And plop you down here. It's far better to service the whole city. So we can then run that over there, and then we can run another one up to Sawbridgeworth. And that is pretty easy, that'll just be on the outskirts of town. So manage a new line from you up here from Hale to Sawbridgeworth. So we will call this one Sawbridgeworth. We'll call this one Guts Wagon or Guts HGV. We'll use the it's not a W, it's not the German, it's HGV. I'll use the British abbreviation because it makes more sense here. A 3-letter abbreviation is fantastic in certain situations. So Hale will be Guts HGV. So we'll call this one Hale Guts HGV. I know they're trying to change the way you say it, so it's no longer an HGV, it's an LGV for large goods vehicle, which is stupid because LGV would logically be light goods vehicle in the old vernacular. So why would you change that? Why? Why? It makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, enough ranting about stupid abbreviations that somebody in an office is coming up with. Let's do goods vehicles up to Sawbridgeworth. Buy as many as we can here to Sawbridgeworth. Where's that? Sawbridgeworth Goods HGV. Thank you. Hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully these trains will pick up loads of lovely goods. We don't have cargo being shown. They'll begin to produce at some point as soon as they are getting trains running through. A very slow service through here. Can we improve that in any way? Because I think if we manage to stretch it out a bit on this section, we can actually do a fairly decent job of it. Now they're picking up speed. So yeah, if we can maintain speed on this section, we might actually benefit from it hugely. So can you link up here in any great sense of speed? You can link up in a much faster sense here, so that's better, innit? And then you're just sort of running down here. You've actually arrived at your destination up here. You haven't picked up anything, so it might take a while for that to pick up. It does help that we are now running wagons here. They're all waiting, so they'll hopefully spread out a bit. I can tell you, for example, to turn around to get even bigger spread going. Oh, this is a traditional stop where every single motor vehicle has to come to a halt. Oh no, they're just coming to a halt. Okay, now they're coming to a halt. That's okay. I don't know if I upgraded that by clicking on it or what. But anyway, here we go. Trains running in both directions. Fantastic. How are we looking here? We got 97 waiting for this stretch. Let's see what direction they're going in. They're sort of going split, actually, which is nice. We've got a few passengers perhaps going up there as well. Yeah, 11 running fine. So it's a low capacity service, and that's entirely okay here. You'll go around and just do your business, right? Meanwhile, you're Sawbridgeworth, you'll go around as well. We probably want to upgrade that road, but not actually. I just realised we don't want to. Otherwise, we're sort of rendering our rail service entirely invalid if we do so. And yeah, we are seeing a production going up, but of course we are kick-starting production in one facility, so it needs to max out its production before it'll upgrade. So it'll be quite a while until these facilities are running okay, but we'll get there at some point. Let's have a look elsewhere in the system. We had something flagging up, didn't we, about vehicles being old. Rail passengers, yeah, but we're not upgrading them yet. Anything else? No, I don't know what it was. Was it perhaps trams that were getting old? Down here in Maidstone. So we can select them. Oh, yeah, we do, because it takes a while until that one expires. In a few years, no, they'll run it. They'll run it until that. Maybe we'll unlock another tram in 1950. And Westbury is not being serviced by anything, nor is Whitnash, which is a shame. I love the town Whitnash. It sounds fantastic. How many is waiting here? 75, so that's quite a heavy usage, isn't it? And you're running that train, aren't you? And you're 12 years old, so it's not really worth upgrading yet. So, in the past couple of episodes, we have expanded our service Oh, deal. Okay. Right. How many are waiting? 82 are waiting. In which direction are you travelling? Hopefully you're travelling in both directions. Otherwise, is this going to max out the train capacity? No, it's not, because lots of people got off in Deal. So, it's all looking good. In fact, we have a little bit of a buffer running on that one, but I don't know if we do on everyone. How about you? You're pulling in here. You're the last of these. Hopefully, we'll soon see a diesel locomotive. Please let me have a diesel locomotive. I mean, it's nearly 1950 for crying out loud. We should. How about you? You're running nowhere near capacity. So that was a slightly misjudged by me. But okay. What can we do in terms of... You got goods coming in, right? Yeah, you do. We set that up a couple of parts ago. You're running into that station, so everything looking good. In terms of you here, you're sort of shuttling between, picking up stuff. You've got one waiting, so how are you producing over? You're producing 4 out of that, so you should be seeing a decent use, right? Why are you not using that? Is it because you're not getting enough iron? Is that the problem? How many are you producing? You're producing 6. Is it because we don't have enough shuttling going on between those two facilities? I suppose we could build a ring road around the town to also sort of hide the mess that I made. So if we grab you here, for example, right? From here, we then just link you up here. No, I want you to do... No, you were doing it right with this type of thing, weren't you? So here, onto this. And then we just let these vehicles drive around on the ring road. Maybe that'll speed up production a bit. I'm hoping. Let's see here what road... You're turning, good man. And you're going very fast on this road. That's good. So this should hopefully speed up production a little bit. But I don't know if it does. Just close down everything that we have open. How are you looking? Rye New Mills, the scenic route running down here. All alongside you are electrificated. And you're running at a fairly decent speed. I don't know when you're going to get old, but probably not anytime soon. What about you? 74 waiting at Cromer. And the tram network is keeping up, I think. Yeah, the tram network is now keeping up, so that extra tram I put in is actually running fine. Lots of people in New Mills. Or Rye, pardon me, Rye. Lots of people sort of going all over. But it's not too bad. Yeah, they're chewing. And if I recall correctly, we don't have that many coaches running in New Mills, but that's because it's a very short setup. So if we reset up another one over here, running into this part of town, we might actually see some more usage on our coaches. Pop you down, and then we'll run you to here, another station. Station there in sort of the middle, which isn't really brilliant, but it's what we did. Over here you can then loop back around, take this route back up. That's entirely acceptable. So set up that line, please, thank you. New line, running from up top in Upper New Mills to Stanley Road, Church Road, Highfield Road, Chester Road, the Crescent, Highfield Road. What did we unlock? Is it a diesel locomotive? It's a rail bus, a tank wagon, and a stake car. And the rail bus, is that diesel? I think that might be diesel. We'll have a look at that in a moment here. We set up this line, so this will be New Mills Coach 2. And for the new line, we will obviously be needing coaches. So buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coaches for New Mills Coach 2. We also need to rename the first line that we have running here. You shall be selected. Vehicle replacement is off. Good to see. New Mills Coach. We'll just add on a 1 at the end. Let's then have a look at this depot and see what we unlocked. We unlocked the rail bus. These vehicles were diesel-powered twin-axle rail buses of light construction. The motors were built into the chassis underneath the vehicle. They were employed in passenger train duties on less profitable lines, which, to my mind, could perhaps make them a candidate for running into... I'm lost, into Killingsworth, for example. Like, how many people are on this one now? There is 50. Ooh, that's 52. That's actually not too bad. And you are electrified, so we could run something else. Do we then have something... Okay. Whoa, oh, hello. Right, okay, let's just make sure nothing's gone terribly amiss over here. You are really getting lots of passengers on, but it's not that terrible. So we just need to accept that that's not something we need to react upon. Because, you know, it's just what we're running. Let's then check in with our gut system over here. See, we've now had that upgraded to 50, and it's already looking to upgrade again. So the train, even though that's not running anywhere near capacity, it's going to be okay, because it's coming along. Same situation with the processing facility. Also getting kicked into production. Probably the same up here. Yes, indeed it is. So that'll just exponentially upgrade itself. Hang on, what's going on here? Why are you carrying cargo into that part of town? Is that because it's not really beneficial anymore to run? I think with the upgrading in the vehicles, actually, that it's not beneficial to... Yeah, I think with the new orbital blitzers and that, it's not really necessarily worth having the cargo line here, because the city sort of developed and grown. That's actually a cue for me to check in on some of the parts that we haven't seen for a while. Like, for example, over here in Ilkeston. How are they running? Are you picking up anything? You're dropping off. You're not dropping off anything on this drop. Why are you not doing that? Are you just running too quickly now? What's going on with this? I mean, we've got loads of trams running. Are they running in full load? I don't think they are. So if we find a tram that has like no passengers on it, not that one for example. This one here though.
Oh yeah.
What did we unlock? Please, please, please. I like toys. Have toys. It's the new bus. Lovely. We like that. It's the Mercedes-Benz 6600. What do they look like? And are they a good choice for us? They can carry 15 passengers at 80 kilometers an hour. This is actually quite decent. This might be the first one that we can use intercity. But it might also mean the end of tramways, because trams are quite long. And yeah, but we're seeing lots of usage on them here. You can carry 12. That could carry, was it 15, right? Let's see here. Yeah, 15. So what I want to do is select this tram line. How old are these? We don't have any vehicle replacement on. Oh, but you're now only capable of doing that with trams, are we? So, right. Let's open up the lines then. Go to Ilkeston. And where is that? That's up higher, isn't it? Tram. Ilkeston Tram 1. Go home and sell you all. Ilkeston Tram 2. Go home, sell you all. We will then be buying... Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these coaches for now. Assign them to Ilkeston Tram 1. Buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 5, put them on Tram 2. That should hopefully work. We won't rename them yet, but I'm hoping this will work once everything sort of, you know, works itself out. We've got trains pulling in here, nice and easy. Nothing really to report on this. We need diesel locomotives, damn it. When did they come in? So that's Ilkeston done, I hope. In fact, we can just make sure that some of these, at the very least, turn around. It's very chaotic in here because of the city layout, so it's not really beneficial to do this. But we'll flip you around, so we got some servicing running into that part of town. These lorries are actually delivering stuff here, but again, it might be worth doing a ring road that diverts them on and around that part of town. Because you're just going through all of this mess, aren't you? And it's not really good for us. Selling road vehicle 111. You are sure and by sea, but I don't really think that we should be upgrading them yet. We might as well just skip that part. What are you? You are Tram 1. Are you also... You're Tram 2, and you're carrying loads of passengers. Hang on, have I got myself confused? Because I distinctly thought Tram 1 is running... This is Tram 1, right? Where's the coach running on this line? I thought for sure Tram 1 is the one running here. Which one are you? Can we click on it? This is Tram 2. So you are arriving out now. You're Tram 1, so you've all got passengers aboard. You're all highly laden. You're returning, yeah. So this stop down here, who's servicing this? Tram 2 is. What have I done in terms of the trams? Oh yeah, you're running over all the way around, so it's sort of like a really quadruple type setup. So, okay, it's a lot longer than I thought. We'll need to buy more trams then. Buy. We need to buy those. Onto Ixton Tram 2, and buy 1, 2, 3. All of these onto Ixton Tram 1. And yes, we're now getting to the part where we're just running out of road space for all of these coaches. They're just sort of bundled on top of one another. And that's not ideal, but what really is there to do? How are you looking up here? Plenty of people are waiting, but it's a high capacity one, so that's good. What about you up there? You are not really doing anything because of reasons that I don't know why, but okay. So what can we do about lid? Anything to do about lid? No, Blit seems to be okay. I think we're servicing lots of the residents over here with coaches and all of that. Although you are running the old coaches here, you are quite old. So we'll go in here then. Set the vehicle for the Mercedes. Click yes and do it at 25%. Hopefully that'll do fine. When did we upgrade you? You're 9 years old. You don't have vehicle replacement on. No, you don't. Good. I don't want you to, although now I could probably just change it. So they're now running here. They've all been upgraded, and we will see how that affects passenger numbers if we need to get rid of coaches. Because sometimes you just might do. I mean, look at this mess here, for example. This cannot be the ideal solution at all. Let's sort that out by building a ring road around. So go in here with you, select you. You need to link up here. It'll be 30,000, but it's 30,000 I'm spending to hopefully divert the lorries. Right, let's go in here. Oh, see, this is better for us. We're now building a road around there, which links them up, which now bypasses a lot of the city, which I think makes everyone happy. Indeed, although look at all of these buses down here, we definitely need to try and sort that out. You, to depot. I mean, look at that. It's just a mess, isn't it? You to depot. You can go to a depot. I said you could go to a depot as well. I don't think we need all of these coaches because they're quicker than the ones we had. Like twice as fast, more than twice as fast. And yeah, it's pretty evident by now that we're not seeing any passenger numbers at all on this. What about you? You've got 3 passengers. You've got 9. Okay, we will take a breather then, now that we removed some coaches. But this system doesn't make sense when you can't see the lines. You're not picking up anybody, so you can go to depot. We'll keep you in. If you don't have passengers on, to get you back here, we can always send them out again if we need to. So we'll leave that for now, let that settle down and normalise. We'll have a look at Shoreham by Sea, by name. It's, how are you doing in terms of transportation details? You're 21 years of age. So let's go in then and set up vehicle replacement. You're set to get this Awatusha, but we'll swap you out with that one. And in fact, we will go in with... Actually, we need to go to details again. Details, not on the coach line, thank you. Put it at 25%. So we upgrade them as soon as possible. We need to get rid of these old ones. They're just not beneficial for our system in the slightest. I'm surprised you can't build car parks next to your stations in order to facilitate car users driving to the station and that. But, hey, how old are you? 53. I mean, come on, please let me have a diesel locomotive. I want a diesel locomotive, bloody hell. We're carrying 4 out of 5. So again, we now need to try and send some of these vehicles back. You're carrying nobody, and you are a Sawatusha, so you get to go back as well. But if I grab you, you've got 4 out of... Okay, what about you? You've got 10... 6 0 depot, mate. Thank you. Hello, we got another Sawatusha here with 2 passengers aboard. Not picking up anybody. You are also a Sawatusha. To depot, please. Don't need you no more. You got 5 out of 5. You got 5 as well. See, I think we pulled out a few coaches here out of service. You're running blitzers around here to that station. That's okay. I don't think we can do much about that right now. You're running... Hang on, what's going on here? Are we servicing 2? Or what's going on? Oh no, they're servicing this facility over here. Right. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about that, but maybe we want to at some point. Do we have another work facility anywhere nearby? You've got one over there, but that's even further away. I don't foresee that being useful. But this town has grown. And you don't have anything waiting up here, do you? You're sort of servicing everything. You're all sure on by name a goods wagon. Vehicle replacement is off. So we're just holding off until we get a new one running there. But that is certainly worth keeping in mind on. What, that's sorted out. No new diesels. We need diesel or steam or something anyway. What about new mills? It's looking quite decent here actually. So nothing there to report. We can then go to over here, deal, which really looks like we need to sort it out because the city is growing and I don't think we're servicing all we can. We could move this over to this road, run it down here over there and then run a line even deeper into town. Are we servicing this with cargo in any way or goods? No, we're not, and that is something that we need to look at. So can we set up some sort of cargo system in this valley? Yes, I immediately identified a system that we can use. But that would probably require a train. I don't know if it's a smart idea, but I'll go with it. I'll go with a medium platform here. So what I'm going to do is... Okay, let's have a look at what type of road vehicle that is. Is that a coach? No, it's not. It's a goods wagon, so we won't upgrade that yet because it's 1953, and I'm guessing the Orbital Blitz might go out of availability soon. But we'll plop down here with a single station. Then we'll have another station over here. All happy as Larry. We will be running that one with a diesel. And we'll just use the new ones because they're better. The new sleepers, the concrete sleepers I think they are. And again, a massive tunnel here through. Oh no, it needs to not go so far. So let's not be that drastic. Run you through here. Over to there. Do we have a road linking? No, we do not. So I should have thought about that before we built that. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Actually, let's worry. Oh, what do we unlock? Please be good, please be good, please be good. Diesel, diesel, diesel! Whoop, whoop, whoop. I've got me diesel. So, we will put that on pause for now. Let's have a look at the thing we unlocked, the Noab. Our very venerable locomotive. That must have been used like all over the world. I think it was started off in America. It's been made in Germany. It's been used certainly in Denmark, I know. So that locomotive. So let's have a look at the Noab. This diesel-electric locomotive was a European license-built variant of the American F-Series from GM. It's just... what more could you want? So, this is obviously going to not replace you. Where are we? We are in... that's Rye. Let's pop down to... well, we can have a look in the overview, can't we? So it's showroom by name over here. And let's select vehicle. It'll be the Noab. Towing the BCs, because it'll be quite a while. 1, 2, that is what? That is 36? 64? That'll probably be right, won't it, for this line? So say yes to you. They should replace themselves. Then it's Roy Sunderland. We're not carrying that many passengers on this one, so we can set you with the Noab. And we can do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is 5 of that? That is 60. I'm trying to do math here. That would be 70, right? So pop on another wagon. Say yes to you. That should hopefully work. Then we've got Rye St Ives Cornwall, which is quite a short one, actually. But what are the passenger numbers between Rye and St Ives? Because that is sort of like the only old network that we have running. You're running 24. How many are you picking up? 22. So yeah, I don't think we actually necessarily want. And that is a double line. So we can actually replace that vehicle replacement with the rail bus, which we unlock. 1, 2. We can pop on 3. So that'll be 250. That is... it's going to be cheaper anyway than running a locomotive with a passenger compartment on it. So that'll be that. Then we've got Maidstone Tram. We've got goods wagons here, but they're waiting. Goods wagon, goods wagon. Yep. So let's have a look then on the section down here. Has this unlocked yet? You're chucking your way into the station. You are old. You're 44 years of age. What about you? You're 16 years of age. Let's just make sure that you're not running any kind of vehicle replacement. You're not. So are you going to get replaced when you come to a stop? Yes, you are. Diesel, diesel, diesel. Look at the beautiful beast. It certainly is a sight to behold when these locomotives chunders away. What's your top speed, your actual top speed on this line? It's 120, but will you reach it? That is the question that we are asking. Certainly I am. How old are you? 15 years, you'll have quite a while yet then. Anyway, we'll just check in here and see you're pulling here. How quickly are you moving? 95, 96. Yeah, these are good. I'm very happy about that. Very, 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 very happy. We also had you. Were you the one that was also sort of... No, you were the one that was... No. Was it you over here? Are you also sort of oldish? Or what are you in terms of age? 15 years. It'll be fairly long time. Oh, I remember what we were thinking about, weren't we? We were thinking about... Not you. You are not the ones. I was thinking about you over here. I thought it was one of the Kraftwerk songs that we're playing, but it's not. It sounds very familiar, though. You're all 12 years of age, so we can go in here and set vehicle replacement for you, 25%. Do the no-ups, and we do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go, yeah. So they'll upgrade. Hopefully that'll be sufficient to keep up with demand on this line. We're now also seeing old trams, so we need to try and sort everything out here. But let's watch here as this pulls in. It gets upgraded to the newer train. Fantastic. So Wendover New Mills got new trains running. Have we upgraded both trains on this line? I'm just checking in here to make sure. See in here. Yeah, you are running here with both no-ups. Fantastic. So we can change this away. Vehicle replacement. No. Let's also make sure when the expiration date are on these trains, because they are, as far as I remember, the last diesel locomotives you unlock. So we might want to, towards 1990, we want to buy, in the year 1985, several no-ups on several depots to keep them ready for future service. It's a bit what you would do in real life, so that's why I'm doing it. Anyway, has that sorted out all of the trains? Trams are high, goods wagons, trams. We've got Cotis and Sunderland. So we can change you from what you are to the Merc Benz. We've just unlocked a new one, so yes, onto you. Motor vehicle 102, you're lit cargo. You will have to wait. I'm sorry. All of these will have to wait until we unlock a new one. New mill rail. We've got chroma goods. Okay, no, but they can get very old. So let's go back, and for the last task of today, we will sort out this over here. Let me pause the game before we extend over here. So delete this station. Delete that tunnel, unfortunately, but we will have to. We will need to add on a second platform. There. But then we do, well, what we did, just do it to a different specification. Right over there. Sorted that out. Then we grab you. And we need to then build a station over by the town. Single platform. We can do that short platform length. This is actually quite a decent place to do that, I think. So grab you around here again. Another tunnel here. Over to set positions. And we need to bring you up a bit. So we are bringing you onto this platform. Several tunnels are here, but that's good. Tunnels are good. Are you willing to go over here, or are you going to just complain about being collision-y? Oh no, you can do this over here. So we will have to build a bridge over this rail line, then bring it back down on the other side. Okay, we probably need to bring you down then. So go in here with you. Please, are you willing to come down onto the ground? Yeah, thank you. Just bring you down here, keep you as straight as possible. Then are you willing to... You are willing to follow it over. Fantastic. So bring you over here. Merge you in. This is where we're building the depot. Slabbing you down. And even though I think we ran with... We do have canteries running, so let's just make sure here that it is... this is actually quite decent, isn't it, for this? Because we won't be going quickly, but we've got so much pulling power. We've got more than enough up, so by you... And we need the new state cars, which are quicker and can carry more wood. It is wood we're carrying, right? Yeah, it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, we're into the same problem that we had before. with the other facilities we set up quite recently, in that there's no production going on right now at these places, so it'll take a while for it all to kick in. So I don't know how much we'll be needing, but this line will be called Deal, and we will call this one Wood Rail. We will assign the train that we just built to Deal's Wood Rail. Thank you. We can keep it at speed number 1 as we close it down, and we set up another line running here from Deal to the goods section over there. We will call this one, as you can probably guess, Deal. Call this one Goods Rail. I was nearly running train, but I want to call it rail because it's a rail service that we provide. The train is what's running on it, of course. Do we want then to grab the expensive one, or do we want to go with a slightly cheaper one? We want to go with the cheaper one. Grab you here, and you can pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's more than enough for you. Put you on goods rail. It'll take a while for all of that to kick in, but when it does, it'll be good. And then I'm guessing that to Amersham. Oh, I forgot about Amersham. Loads of people are waiting at Amersham, though. Christ on a bicycle, 124. So can we sort this out? Let's wrap this up then by sorting that out. Why are so many waiting? You're waiting for the Mallard. What about over here? You're the next train in. So we might want to... Oh god, this is absolutely messed up. So these... What's going on here? Right, let's get opened up here. This is Killingsworth New Mills. So where's that? That is New Mills here. So just bring up all of these trains to... So we have 3 trains, right? We've got... How many trains do we have running on this line? You're open, you're open, you're open, you're open. So we've got 4 trains running, and they're not spread out in the slightest. So stop, 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 stop. So if we select you, where are you? We need you to... Oh, hang on, no, we got another train. Which one's the farthest one up towards... up here? Do we have a train anywhere near Killingsworth? Which one's the first one into Killingsworth? That would be you. Right, to start you off, we'll have you at the top to signify that end. Then where's train 7? That's the one over here. That's actually putting into New Mills. Okay. So allow you into New Mills. I want you into New Mills. Then you are presumably the train here. Right, so you are there. You are here. And you are there. That sort of makes sense, I think. So what I want to do, in case you haven't realised yet, is space these out. And in order to do that, I need them to be in actual workable positions. So the train that I have running, where's that train running? That would be the... So what you haven't, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm trying to space them out. And to do that, I need to run these trains for a bit. You, for example, here, as soon as you come to a stop, and you begin to pick up passengers, we can actually run you a bit. And then once you have pulled in here, you come to a stop, we'll get passengers on board. And then we will pause it as soon as you begin loading passengers. We'll tell you to stop. Then, once you're ready to go here, we will just see here. See, for example, here we can now go in here with you. Click halt. If you're willing to... I mean, you'll probably have to wait with them here. But the big problem, given how the trains are currently running, is that I need to bring this train that's currently approaching Amersham. I need to get that into Killingsworth. Once that's there, I will try and space out the other 2. It just gets a bit confusing if you keep the other ones sort of, you know, running whilst you try and do this, or try and do them one at a time. So the train that we have here running into Amersham has to go all the way up to Killingsworth. Once that's there, we will start running the train currently sitting in Amersham. Get that running in this direction. Then we will start off this one as well. Run that here, and as soon as they reach this bridge here, we can start running the other 2 trains again. We can actually start that now, I think, by this train here, which is in Amersham. Run that one down. As that approaches the bridge, in fact, we can do the same thing here. So as soon as they approach that bridge, we can start running them again. And that should have them spaced out. In theory, I don't know if they decide to change their minds, though. They could just as well do so. Although this does require quite a lot of vigilance. But I'm giving it a jolly good go. We go ahead with... You are approaching deal. So you are... I actually think we've got the spacing. Actually, no, you need to halt. Now, as you're pulling in here, right, you can run again. Then halt you. And now I think we can run you and you again. So now they're sort of spaced out better. I'll just wait here and see for a moment if that is actually true. Yeah, it does indeed look like it's actually sort of working. But let's just try and watch here with Armisham and all of that, how that works out once the trains clear each other. So right now we have 193 waiting in Armisham, and that should hopefully clear out by the time we get these trains pulling in. If we look at the passenger numbers over here, we're all running at about 100. So you're putting in here, picking up 144, so you're fully loaded. We now got nearly 200 waiting, but we have another train pulling in here. Hopefully this will settle in a little while. Pulling in here, for example, 200 waiting again. You're pulling in here, you're waiting, you're offloading. But we have a train. Over here we now got 82 waiting. You're running with 142, you're running 141. Road vehicle, yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, I think now this should be sorted out. I hope. Yeah, we'll just leave that for now and just let that settle down. Then we can look over here, just make sure that nothing is terribly wrong here. Tram 18 has reached its lifetime in Maidstone. But again, I don't want to replace it because it's been a while since we unlocked anything, so let's not do that yet. How about here? Trains are running, what? Detail 17 years. So they're not really due to get replaced yet. Over here though, auto save. Thank you. 63, 15 years. So again, I'll just wrap up now, say thank you very much, and off camera I'll just check, make sure nothing is set up in terms of vehicle replacement. So thank you for watching, goodbye.